Have you noticed that walking doesn't feel quite the same as it used to? Maybe you don't move as quickly as you once did. Maybe your steps feel a little unsteady now and then. Or maybe you catch yourself avoiding certain paths or hesitating at curbs or stairs. These may seem like small changes, but they're often the first signs that your body is quietly asking for help. And I want you to know, this doesn't mean you're getting weak. It means you're at a turning point. One where a few simple changes can completely reshape how you walk, how you feel, and how confidently you move through life. Walking is something so many of us take for granted until it begins to change. But here's the truth. Most people don't hear enough. Walking isn't just movement. It's a vital sign of your strength, balance, and independence. It's one of the clearest windows into your overall health, physically, mentally, and emotionally. When your walking starts to slip, it's not just about the legs. It's about the muscles, the nervous system, the heart, and even your mindset. But here's the good news. No matter your age, you can get it back. You can improve your stride. You can walk steadier, stronger, and with more ease, not by overhauling your entire life, not by doing hours of exercise, but by introducing a handful of smart, specific, and proven habits into your routine. In this video, we're going to explore 6 powerful practices that will help you walk better, not just for today, but for years to come. These are habits I recommend to older adults who want to stay active, mobile, and fully in control of their bodies. And the best part? Every one of them can be done at home, without special equipment or spending a single rupee. So, whether you're recovering your strength, protecting your independence, or simply looking to feel more energized and confident when you move, this video is for you. Stick with me until the end, because the final practice we'll discuss might just be the most overlooked and most life-changing of them all. This isn't about doing more. It's about walking with purpose. Let's begin. One strong, steady step at a time. 1. Walking reflects your overall health. It's something we rarely think about until we have to. The way you walk, the rhythm of your steps, how quickly you move across a room or down a sidewalk. But did you know that your walking pattern, your gait, your pace, your posture, is one of the most accurate reflections of your overall health? Doctors now refer to walking as the 6th vital sign, and for good reason. In fact, research from the Journal of the American Medical Association and studies from Harvard have shown that your walking speed is a stronger predictor of lifespan than some traditional health markers like blood pressure or cholesterol. That's not to say those don't matter, but if your steps are slowing, if your stride feels weaker or less confident, your body may be signaling that it's time to pay attention. Walking isn't just about muscles, it's about systems. A steady stride tells us that your heart is pumping properly. Your lungs are supplying enough oxygen, your joints are supporting you well, and your nervous system is communicating efficiently between your brain and your body. But when your walk begins to change, when your steps get shorter or your posture slumps, or your balance feels off, that change is often your body's quiet way of saying, "I need help." Let me tell you about Raymond, a retired engineer I met last year. He was 72, healthy on paper, and still doing his daily routines, until his granddaughter asked him why he walked like he was tiptoeing. He hadn't even noticed, but when he began paying attention, he realized she was right. His steps had become hesitant, his head slightly forward, and he wasn't lifting his feet like before. At first, it scared him, but it also gave him clarity. It was time to work on it. And that decision changed everything. Within 2 months of doing balance drills, strength training, and walking with better posture, Raymond felt more like himself again. His energy came back. His wife said he even looked taller. All of that started with one realization: that walking reflects what's happening on the inside, long before it shows up in lab results. So I encourage you, don't ignore your walk. It's not just a routine, it's a report card. If your pace feels strong, that's something to celebrate. And if it's slipping, that's not a sign of failure. It's an opportunity to rebuild. Let's keep going because there's so much more you can do to strengthen it. 2. Strengthen walking by training balance and stability. If you've ever caught yourself wobbling slightly when turning, hesitating before stepping off a curb, or needing to grab onto something just in case, it's not just your imagination. It's your balance asking for attention. And when your balance starts to fade, your walking becomes one of the first things to suffer. But here's the encouraging part. Balance isn't something you either have or don't. It's something you can train and improve, no matter your age. You see, walking well requires more than strong legs. It requires your brain, core, hips, ankles, and nervous system to work together in harmony. That's why even people who feel fit can still struggle with balance if they haven't specifically trained it. And unfortunately, poor balance leads to poor walking, and poor walking increases the risk of falls, injuries, and fear, which then leads to even less movement. It's a cycle that quietly steals confidence and independence. But here's how you break that cycle. You make balance training part of your life, just a few minutes at a time. Try this. While brushing your teeth, stand on one leg and hold for 10 seconds. Switch legs. Do this every day. It may feel silly, but this tiny habit sharpens your coordination like nothing else. Another one. Walk heel to toe across your living room, slowly and deliberately, as if you're on a tightrope. These simple exercises wake up the stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and hips, muscles that are often asleep from years of smooth, flat walking. Let me share a quick story. Maria, a 67-year-old former school teacher, stopped walking her usual morning route after a small slip made her nervous. She hadn't fallen, but the fear of falling kept her stuck indoors. I suggested she try basic balance training at home, just 5 minutes a day. Within a month, she wasn't just walking again. She was doing it with her head held high and her stride restored. The truth is, you don't have to do anything extreme. You just have to start. Balance can be rebuilt, just like muscle. And when your balance improves, your walking becomes smoother, your confidence rises, and every step feels safer. So don't wait for a fall to remind you. Take the time now to rebuild your foundation, one steady step at a time. Ready for the next habit. Let's keep walking forward. 3. Walk on uneven surfaces to activate deeper strength. When was the last time you walked on grass? Or on a trail with small rocks and roots? For most people over 60, the answer is not recently, and that's completely understandable. Uneven surfaces can feel unpredictable, maybe even unsafe. But here's what few people realize. Walking on uneven ground, even for a few minutes a day, is one of the best ways to strengthen your legs, ankles, and brain at the same time. Flat surfaces like sidewalks, indoor floors, and treadmills may feel comfortable, but they do very little to challenge your body. When you walk on predictable ground, your muscles and reflexes go on autopilot. Over time, this easy walking weakens the small stabilizers in your feet, ankles, knees, and hips. And those are exactly the muscles you need to catch yourself if you stumble. Uneven terrain, however, activates those muscles naturally. It teaches your body how to adjust, adapt, and stay steady. It improves your reflexes, boosts your proprioception, your brain's ability to know where your body is in space, and builds real-world strength that you carry into daily life, like stepping over a puddle or walking on a bumpy sidewalk. Let me tell you about Helen, age 70, who always avoided the park trail behind her house. She preferred the smooth pavement, but once she started adding just 5 minutes of grass, walking to her routine, she began to feel a difference. Her steps felt more grounded. Her knees stopped aching. She told me, "I thought it would make me fall. Instead, it gave me back my footing." Literally. Start small, walk on a lawn, a gravel path, or the outer edge of a garden where the ground is slightly uneven. Wear sturdy shoes. Keep a walking stick if you need it at first, but trust that with each uneven step, your body is learning to move smarter and safer. And don't forget the bonus benefit: nature. Studies have shown that walking outdoors reduces blood pressure, lowers cortisol levels, and lifts mood better than indoor walking alone. So, not only are you strengthening your walk, you're also healing your mind. The next time you take a walk, try stepping off the pavement. A little discomfort today can build deep strength for tomorrow. Let's move on to the next practice. It's a habit that's easy to overlook, but can change everything about how you feel throughout your day. 4. Take short walks after meals to boost energy and health. You might be surprised to hear this, but one of the most powerful things you can do for your health after 60 is also one of the simplest. Take a short walk after your meals. Not a power walk, not a long one. Just 10 minutes of slow, intentional movement. That's all it takes to transform how your body digests food, manages energy, and even regulates your blood sugar levels. Here's why it matters. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows, and our body becomes more sensitive to the way we process meals. Heavy digestion can leave us feeling sluggish, bloated, or sleepy. In some cases, it even spikes our blood sugar levels to unhealthy highs, especially after lunch or dinner. But here's the amazing part. Multiple studies have shown that a short walk within 30 minutes after eating can significantly reduce blood sugar spikes and improve your body's ability to process food. Think of walking after a meal as giving your digestion a gentle assist. You're not working out, you're just moving enough to tell your body, "Let's keep things flowing." Your circulation improves, your muscles help absorb glucose, and your energy stays steady instead of crashing. Let me share a story. Neil, a 66-year-old grandfather, used to feel so drained after dinner that he'd fall asleep in his recliner before 8 p.m. His daughter encouraged him to take a short evening walk around the block instead. He resisted at first. "What's a little walk gonna do?" he said. But after 2 weeks, his energy changed. He was sleeping better, feeling lighter, and even said his knees felt less stiff. "It's like my body was waiting for me to do something," he joked. You don't need a scenic trail or a perfect time of day. Just walk the hallway, circle your home, or go to the mailbox and back. Keep it easy and relaxed. It's not about distance, it's about consistency. These small post-meal walks are one of the easiest habits to adopt, and one of the most impactful for older adults. Over time, they add up to better digestion, more energy, and less strain on your heart. Your body doesn't need extreme effort. It just needs gentle motion at the right time. Let's talk about how to bring even more power into your walk by training not just the legs, but the muscles behind the movement. 5. Walk mindfully. Engage your body with every step. By the time we reach our 60s or 70s, walking often becomes automatic. We do it without thinking. But here's something you might not realize. How you walk matters just as much as how much you walk. In fact, being intentional with each step, what we call mindful walking, can dramatically improve your posture, reduce pain, and help you walk stronger and safer for years to come. When you walk mindfully, you bring awareness back to your body. You tune into how your feet strike the ground, how your arms swing, how your spine supports you, and how your breath flows. It turns walking from a passive action into a full-body, life-enhancing practice. You don't need to change your pace or add extra minutes. You simply need to pay attention. Here's how to start. Begin by standing tall. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the sky. Relax your shoulders, keep your chin parallel to the ground, and soften your knees. Let your arms swing naturally. Then, as you begin to walk, feel your feet making contact with the earth, heel to toe. Breathe slowly and deeply through your nose. With every step, remind yourself, I am moving with purpose. This shift might seem small, but it makes a huge difference. Better posture helps reduce joint pressure in your knees and hips. Deeper breathing brings more oxygen to your muscles and brain. Relaxed shoulders and engaged core muscles protect your spine. And your mood? It lifts, just like your stride. I once worked with a woman named Teresa, 69, who told me she used to walk every day, but it didn't feel restorative anymore. She said, I was walking out of habit, not with awareness. I encouraged her to walk a little slower, but to walk mindfully, focusing on her breath, her posture, and her surroundings. Within 2 weeks, she said her hip pain was almost gone. But more importantly, she said she felt connected to herself again. That's the power of mindful walking. It grounds you, it strengthens your body, and it turns an ordinary act into something calming, energizing, and healing. So, next time you walk, even if it's just to the kitchen or to your garden, don't just walk. Feel it. Breathe with it. Own it. Walk like your body still belongs to you. Because it does. Ready for the final step in this journey? Let's bring everything together with one last practice that rebuilds strength from the inside out. 6. Strengthen the muscles behind your walk. Simple exercises that make every step stronger. By now, you understand that walking is more than just getting from one place to another. It's a reflection of your strength, balance, and confidence. But there's one more piece of the puzzle that often gets overlooked: the muscles behind your movement. If walking has started to feel slower, more tiring, or even painful, it might not be just about your shoes or your joints. It could be about the strength you've slowly lost without realizing it. And the best part, you can get it back. As we age, the muscles that power our walk, our glutes, thighs, calves, hips, and core, begin to weaken if we're not actively using them. These are the very muscles that help you lift your foot, push off the ground, stay stable on uneven surfaces, and hold good posture. Without strength in these areas, your stride shortens, your balance wobbles, and stairs or long walks start feeling impossible. But here's the truth. You don't need a gym or fancy machines to rebuild strength. You just need a few minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, and the will to keep showing up. These exercises are simple, effective, and can be done at home with nothing more than a sturdy chair or a step. Calf raises. Stand behind a chair and slowly lift your heels off the ground. Then lower. This strengthens your calves, improves ankle support, and helps you push off the ground more easily. Glute bridges. Lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat. Lift your hips toward the ceiling while squeezing your glutes, then slowly lower. This builds power in your hips and lower back. Chair squats. Stand in front of a chair, lower yourself down slowly until you tap the seat. Then rise back up. This engages your thighs, hips, and core, all essential for walking strength. Leg extensions. Seated. Sit tall in a chair. Extend one leg straight and hold for 5 seconds. Then switch. This builds strength in your quadriceps and stabilizes the knee joint. Step-ups. Use a low stair or sturdy step. Step up with one leg, bring the other leg up. Then step down slowly. Alternate legs. This mimics real-life movement like climbing stairs or curbs. Let me tell you about Rajiv, a 74-year-old grandfather who had quietly given up long walks because his legs just felt too tired. His doctor recommended these basic strength moves. Rajiv started with just 5 minutes every other day, using a chair for support. 3 weeks later, he wasn't just walking better, he was climbing stairs without holding the railing. "I didn't think I'd get that strength back," he said, "but it was always there. I just hadn't used it in years." That's the key. These muscles didn't vanish. They just went dormant, and with even a little consistent effort, they come back. Stronger steps, better balance, and a smoother stride are all within your reach. So don't wait for things to get worse. Strengthen the foundation under your feet now, and give yourself the power to walk farther, live bolder, and feel like yourself again. Let's close with everything we've learned, because each step you've taken through this video is one step closer to a better, more independent life. Conclusion: a stronger walk, a stronger you. Take a moment to think about how far you've come, literally and figuratively. Walking may seem like a simple act, but as we've uncovered today, it holds the power to transform your body, your confidence, and your future. Whether you're walking to the mailbox, around the block, or through the hallways of your home, every step is a message from your body and an opportunity to take control of your health. We started with an important truth, that walking reflects your overall health. From your brain to your bones, your stride reveals what's happening inside. Then we explored how balance and stability aren't just about preventing falls. They're the quiet forces that hold your body upright and steady. We learned how uneven surfaces can wake up deep stabilizing muscles, how post-meal walks can improve digestion and energy, and how simply becoming more aware of your body during a walk can turn routine movement into a powerful healing practice. And finally, we looked at the often ignored heroes of your stride, your glutes, thighs, calves, and core, and how easy, at-home exercises can restore their strength. Now, here's the most important takeaway. You are not too old to get stronger. Your body is not done improving. It's just been waiting for attention, for intention, and for movement that matters. You don't have to change everything at once, but if you can commit to just one new habit this week, just one, you're already on the path. It could be standing on one foot for balance while brushing your teeth. It could be a 10-minute walk after dinner. Or maybe it's your first time doing a few gentle squats beside the kitchen counter. Whatever it is, do it with purpose, because small steps, taken consistently, are what transform health, not just in your legs, but in your life. So let me ask you, which of these 6 habits will you start with? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every one of them. And your story might inspire someone else to take their first step too. If this video brought value to you, please like, share, and subscribe so we can keep creating helpful content for people just like you. And remember, you don't need to walk fast. You just need to keep walking forward. Your next strong, steady step starts today.